Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Play On. My name is Candace Barrett.
I'm Rob Mackay.
And this is Pearcey. We're coming up to a June long weekend. We got country champs for all the juniors around, and I'm so excited for some of the Sydney colleagues to come to Orange because we're predicting a cold one.
Oh, nice. Are we going to
Classic.
we're going to get white stuff?
I don't think it'll be a snow weekend, but we can only hope. I'm not running around.
We might get snow as well.
Now that it's June, it's like, I think, was it the other day, the first day of winter?
Yesterday was the first day of winter,
right.
and it felt like the first day of winter.
Yeah, the temperature has dropped a little bit. I'm still in the shorts and bare feet, but it's...
What?
Yep. No, it's not that cold yet. We haven't got the heater out yet. PC, you're wearing a beanie. I'm guessing it's a little colder west of the divide.
And a puffer.
Oh,
and a flannel.
And a flanny.
Yep.
Okay, winter's arrived
Winter's
in
here.
the Central West. Very nice. Very nice.
Rob, what'd you do on the weekend?
Well, my weekend was a weekend of shifting sands or moving puddles. So I cannot
Moving
tell
puddles.
you how
I like
many
that.
times my weekend schedule changed. It was nuts. At one stage, I was doing 2 games at the same time on grounds that were, 20 Ks apart.
Rob, you are good, but you are not that
Wow.
Correct. Even
Just
I have my
clone yourself,
limitations,
Rob.
Missy. That's right. Oh, my God. What a thought. And in the end, they all got binned.
Oh, what? Is that because of all the torrential downpour that Sydney's been having? And then...
Well, just ground changes, but come on, God, like you know what's coming. Like I woke up Saturday morning, my match had moved time, then it moved time again, and then it got cancelled all in the space of the morning. It's like, really?
We can probably do better than organisers.
Yeah. Then Sunday, same thing happened. I had an afternoon game. It got binned sort of mid-morning. I was like, oh, okay.
So you're just readying your kit at all times.
Well, it was really hard to plan my weekend and plan everything I was doing because
that's
it
right.
literally was shifting by the minute. And then another ref rang up and said, look, not feeling, got a bit of a niggle. What are you up to? And so I went down, did a local match, which is quite funny. I'll talk to you about that later. But so I ended up doing a 15s game, which was nice. 15s boys. That's... They're such a funny age group. But yes, I had a run in the park on the Field of Dreams where we played touch footy. It was clear and sunny. It was gorgeous weather, and the ground was in great shape. So they've spent a lot of money on the drainage at the park, and it shows. So well done to Balmoral Oval and the Mossman Council. So
well done.
What about you guys?
I'm going to let Candace go first, and then I'll follow it up. But you will notice, Rob, that they're intertwined.
Ooh, okay. So you had a plan, but I'm guessing your plan changed too, right?
Yeah, so we were both in Molong. So, I had a second division match, and so Pearcey had the first one. So, the pod on the road, basically, which was really fun.
We had an eventful day, Rob. Candace dished out more cards than I've seen for a while, and I reckon she could have gone for some more.
Yeah, I had the rainbow of cards. I had some yellows, I had a blue, I had 2 reds, then I had another red, and then I had another red.
Oh!
And in between those reds, there was a yellow.
We excluded a touch judge from the field too.
This is true.
Oh, my goodness, this is all happening. So Candace, Oprah, Barrett. One for you, one for you, one for you.
I think that's what happens when you strike a player about 8 times to the face. Connection, close fist, and then retaliation.
Rob, I had a moment where I thought, am I overstepping my bounds here? I had volunteered to run touch for Candace in the first half in my street clothes.
Oh. You don't have to wear Collingwood gear everywhere,
Rob,
Pearcey.
I had a moment on Saturday morning where you just said one of your colleagues in Sydney rang you and said, I'm not feeling great. I had a moment on Saturday morning when I thought, wouldn't it be great if I could ring someone because I'm not feeling great? I had a little bit of an upset tummy.
Oh.
I had to give him one of my special ginger travel sickness pills to see if it would help.
Because, Rob, it's fair to say that I ended up 10 minutes short of Molong on the side of the road, throwing half of my outfit into the bin, and it's the bottom half.
Oh, no, Pearcey,
no.
that's not good. So the brown card got played this weekend.
Yeah. So that wasn't pleasant, and I was there very glad to see Candace, but a little bit under physical duress. But I ran touch for the first half, and I could tell that the delegate from the Wellington team was a little bit amped up, so I thought I'd just run touch for the first half and see how the game goes. And Candace did a great job. I did see we've got a ramp tackle in one of the games in the Super Rugby we're going to talk to.
Yeah.
I did see one of the players in your game, Candace,
Number 7.
He went a bit
red.
3 seconds early to be a ramp tackle. He was just he dived at the feet with no arms, but then
Yeah.
you had and then the player ran over him. And Candace quite rightly carded him. It was a disgusting tackle, but it was just laughable.
He looked up at me and he knew what he did wrong. He's like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, it was just sort of that 1, 2, he went early,
Slow-mo.
mate, but it's still a yellow card. But anyway, the first half was reasonably uneventful, very well refereed by Candace. She's doing a magnificent job running around the field.
It was also a derby game. There's lots of tension.
Yeah.
And considering that was my 3rd game back in the season, I was like, whoof.
Yeah, and there was lots of tension, and it got very hot. And mainly because
hence the striking.
I subbed off at halftime from touch judging to go and get dressed, and the lady who took over ramped the game right back up.
And I feel like there was a turning point in my game. So I think luckily I was just being able to have experience to deal with situations, and I wasn't experienced in what happened with this touch judge and the captain. I awarded a try. I was very much in line with it. This touch judge is throwing her flag around saying that was a forward pass. You're not listening to me, just having a go at me. And then on top of that, I had the captain saying, you're not listening to the touchy saying this.
AKA mum.
So I feel like in that situation, I talked with my ref coach about it and what I could do next time. And I actually have the authority if I feel like they're not fit for purpose. And I think there's a few things before then that led me to think that she wasn't walking to the post for conversions. I had to remind her a few times. Like there's a few things I'm like, I don't think you're...
Bear in mind, she ran touch for 12 minutes. 12 minutes. That's how long it took me to get dressed and come back. And Rob, let me describe what happened. I came back to the halfway tent, put my bags there, and was standing there thinking, this game's a bit hot. I wonder what's happened in the 12 minutes intervening since I was here. As 2 players fell off the side of a breakdown with one of the Wellington players on top, just throwing good haymakers onto the Molong player underneath them, who started to throw a few back. And I'm thinking, I'm not the touch judge here, but I have seen that very, very clearly. And then I saw the touch judge run in and hook someone from Molong, get physically involved and start dragging players out. I sidled up to her and casually grabbed her flag from her, and I thought,
mine now.
Candace, I don't think I can do this officially, but I'm doing this. I'm going to help you out.
It was quite not funny, but I think when they all break up into their pods and start fighting, I basically saw in slow motion my ref coach and you, Pearcey, running towards the touchy who was being involved. I'm like, okay, they're dealing with that. I've already seen the incident. I need to now focus on a different incident. It was quite good to have you there for like a breather so that we could both go through what we saw.
Yeah.
And get the right colors and numbers who were involved in it, because it would have, yeah.
And Rob, I'm pretty good at this. I walked on there and I had the number of one of the players. I had a number of another player, but I didn't actually have the number of the guy that was lying on his back punching upwards because his back was covered by the ground. And I said to Candace, it's the guy with the bleeding nose, but I don't know any more details. And Candace did a great job of saying to the captain, bring over the guy that was throwing punches.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done. Bluff them.
Because we got the 2 cards, right? 2 red cards. I don't think either of them were arguing.
Yeah.
No, they knew exactly what happened. Basically, long story short, I had lots of reporting to do on Sunday.
Yeah. So the Law 22, very unused. Law of the Bush was invoked by you there, Pearcey.
Yep.
And well done, because it sounded like it could have got even worse. So
and Candace did a really good job of stepping in calmly without emotion. We actually had 2 other West board members there, Candace, and I haven't mentioned this to you, but both of them said you were exceptionally well. You handled it exceptionally well and composed and calm and got a game back on, which is really hard to do.
Well done, Candace. That's awesome. That's really good.
And Rob, I did the remainder of my warm-up with a flag in my hand. It was cool.
Yeah. Well, after that, the game settled a little bit.
No, you had another red card.
They're slow learners, aren't they?
Oh, God. Yeah.
It was actually a really good game of footy, aside from that.
Oh, yeah.
apart
from that.
Yeah, it's good bush footy. Had everything.
So, Pearcey, your game was an anticlimax after that, was it?
My game was actually really
great.
good. It was a good game of footy. I think I had 1 yellow, didn't I?
Yes.
I don't remember. It was insignificant compared to
Yeah.
the cards for the day.
Oh, you
Yeah.
had a player chat to you because I was
Yes.
I
Yes.
was not mic'd up. I had headphones in. It was like the ref coach one, so I could hear everything Pearcey was saying as part of my development, so I could learn
Yeah, nice.
from him, of course.
And Candace heard me drop the C-bomb, repeating what a player called me.
Ooh. And you didn't go to your pocket?
Mate, I belittled the absolute hell out of him.
It was
I think he was regretting his choices. He certainly didn't go unchastised. I called play up because there was no advantage going to come from it. And I just said, how about you tell your captain what you just called me?
I had to invoke the F-bomb with the under-15 boys on Sunday because they were all carrying on like bloody idiots at one point, blowing up Royale just because I'd let it play. And they were going, but there was a knock on. Yeah, it's called advantage, you muppets. And they just going on and on. And eventually just said, shut up.
Ah.
Love it. Love
And
it.
they all just went, oh.
Yeah.
Sort of
We don't see angry Rob much, but I love it.
They were very quiet.
Yeah.
I told
Yes,
the coaches at the end.
Yeah.
The coaches went, yeah, good. They need that. I went,
Fair call.
yeah,
15-year-old
they-
boys need to hear that.
Yeah, absolutely. That was
I
pretty
love it.
funny. Not the card you want to play too often,
No. Keep it up
but
your
every
sleeve.
now and then the shock value. So yes, sometimes you just got to fight fire with fire. Yeah, it was pretty funny.
And look, I'm off to the beautiful climbs of Orange this weekend to mod for the state under 13s. Candace, you're at the under 16s, is that correct?
I'm in under 16s this weekend.
Boys or girls, Candace?
I think it's
both, isn't it?
both.
They're together. Yeah, right.
At
Okay.
Grand
I
Nice.
assume. Yeah, Granville.
Oh, the Eric.
Hmm.
Oh, that'd be fabulous. That's a great set. I've done state champs there. That's good.
Me
Yeah,
too.
I'm
Yeah, not-
excited.
Me too.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that'd be a great weekend. So enjoy
Mhm.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
it will be
excited.
20 degrees colder than you in Orange.
I'd been to that one as a mod, I think, a few years ago, and it was freezing.
We got lucky. We had a couple of state champs up there, and I think both state champs between the two we went to had snow. We didn't. It was still cold, but I think the two between us, that was like, well, we're not playing today because it was like that.
Yeah.
So
Cowards.
hopefully you don't get wet. Well, you just consider lines.
Who cares?
Who cares?
Play footy.
Play on.
We had a lot of footy on the weekend just gone.
I'm really excited about sevens. We've had Super
Yeah, can we
Rugby.
celebrate that? The two Aussie teams. How good.
Oh,
Yay,
That's-
finally.
Yes, that was so good. And the girls especially did it with that big Maddi.
well,
Yeah.
they did it the hard way. They actually lost the game. So they lost to the USA in the pools.
Which ironically they were with them in the finals.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So they had a point to prove. They lost Dolly as well. So Tia Hines was out. So, two of the
Best
pretty
players in the
important
world.
cogs in the machine sitting on the
Mhm.
sideline watching on. Maddie with a left knee and a brace that just
Oh.
didn't look great. So I'm not
Yeah,
sure we're going to
have we
see.
heard what that? Have we had a scan yet? I presume she's in a
No.
plane still.
No, well, they're only going to Bordeaux, so they're probably training or driving.
Mm.
Like, it's just up the road. So,
Because we had another regrettable injury on the weekend. Poor Jake Gordon. That's been confirmed as a ruptured Achilles this morning.
he's
Yeah,
had surgery.
He did
Yeah.
surgery.
He's already
Mm.
But how innocuous.
Yeah.
It was a nothing. Like, and the TAR, we're going off on a tangent, but the TARs, Miles Ambadisero, Pete Samu, and Jake Gordon all off in the first little while.
Yeah.
They can't help your cohesion
No.
in a tight game.
No, it's a season we can now rule a line under and say, be better.
Yeah, well, wearing this as a final reminder of the season for the men.
Mhm.
I'll drag it out for the women, but we'll come to that shortly as well. So yes, the Aussie Sevens, Maddie's still managed to pick up 2 first half hat tricks before she went off.
Oh, classic.
So she did pretty well. She's absolutely rocking out that try scoring board. It's great to watch. I'm going to miss
love it.
watching her. I hope she's back soon. I hope it's precautionary and not serious.
Mhm. And I wanted to congratulate for the finals. So we said it was Australia versus US for the women's. Chloe Sampson, that was her first final in a 7 series, I believe.
Well, it's really hard for the Kiwi refs and
Oh, no, that's what I
and the
mean.
Australian refs. Yeah, in the women's because they can't get a game in the final because Australia New Zealand usually. So
Yeah.
with New
That's what I
Zealand
mean.
out of it, it opens up an opportunity, and Chloe's taken it
Yeah.
with both arms. So well done to her.
I love it.
And I
Woo.
thought she did a great
And
job.
she did do a great job.
Fab.
I thought it was a game. It was one of those games you really want to ref. It was really well played.
She had the no maul one. She was just standing there,
Just everyone's
which
just
I
running
quite
around.
liked. Yeah.
Cup of tea, please. Yeah. I saw a bit of her in the pools, and she was just like really consistent throughout the weekend. Really, really liked her poise. And then same in the men, no Kiwis in the men's finals. So Nick Hogan got that. So a New Zealand double, which is very rare.
Yeah. Well done, guys.
There was a funny moment with Maria in one of the semis. I don't know if you saw it.
I only watched the finals, so I'll have to look at the clip after.
She went to say 6 seconds.
Oh no.
She said 6-7.
Oh.
Of course she did. Did she go?
It was very funny. It was just one of those spontaneous little moments. Everyone had a little bit of a chuckle. There's a lot of restarts that went out in the full. So I just wonder if the field was a little bit narrow.
Well, the ball was a little bit pumped up.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Not sure what was going on there, but more than usual. So
Okay.
it took them a while to adjust. It was by the day 3, it had diminished. So that suggests to me something.
The field didn't get wider.
No, that's right. So
it might have been the balls.
Yeah, maybe. So there's a variable there. Don't know what it was. So just interesting.
In the men's final, it was very, very close. At one point, one of our players got a red card. So I think it was James Turner.
Jimmy the Jet.
So yeah, head contact there, always upright. There was no mitigation. So
and what a head.
Yeah.
Poof. And that was pretty it was in the second half. You had about a minute 30 left. So it can be either way, basically. And then there was a final moment where their Timo had to get involved because there was a player who did a forward pass right before they made a try. From my understanding. The tension.
Well, so set the scene. So South Africa go ahead 14-0 early. Australia claw back and they're leading. And then they get the red with about a minute and a half to go.
Absolute ice cold kicking from the sidelines. It was beautiful.
Absolutely. And it changed the dynamic of the game. If they hadn't have done that, and that's what we saw in the first match, they missed all the conversions and went to extra time. So they almost lost at the first hurdle. So yes, they remedied that, but we're ahead by 7. We've lost a guy to the bin for the rest of the match. And South Africa go down the left flank. And they pop this pass and they score under the post. So it's going to be all square at full time, into extra time with the player short. And I'm looking at that going, it didn't look right, but it didn't look that bad. I'm going, well, I've seen worse let go this weekend. Something, okay, it's going to stand. But what had actually happened was it wasn't a forward pass so much as the player had very subtly lost it forward into the tackler and had rebounded off the tackler to the supporting player. So it actually looked good live because it actually went back off the tackler.
Yeah.
But
it was lost, not thrown.
But it was lost forward, and that was enough. Yeah. And the excitement.
I think it was final time, right? As well.
We had a few of them over the weekend. Decision. I know Geordie had a forward pass that he went to Timo and called back, and I think Gus did as well. And there was one in the Moana game too.
Yeah, right.
There's quite a bit of it over the weekend.
Yeah. Well, the players are going flatter and flatter, so you're really running the risk.
And the refs don't seem to be quite on ball line as much anymore.
No.
They're lingering in the breakdown previously, which is fine, but
we are seeing some old world forward passes that are let go, definitely. We saw that last week. We had one right in front of us at the Tars game. It was like, guys, the whole crowd's just blowing up Royale. Everyone's going to play on. I was like, okay.
In fact, did you guys see Gussie's one, Blues and Chiefs? It'd be worth looking at that one because everyone, both attacking and defence, stopped.
Oh.
And Gus went through and went, hang on, I'm going to check that. And they checked it once and they went, no, that's not a forward pass play on try stands. And that was not the angle that I would have been judging that from.
It's really interesting. Sometimes the players, when everyone stops, I
personally don't trust a defensive team when they stop and call forward pass because they're rarely in a good position. But when the attacking team also goes,
gives it up. It
didn't affect the game, but it was interesting.
So just a final comment on the Australia-South Africa match. South Africa like a kick chase.
They've
and
got
they're
some
really good
wheels,
at it.
yeah.
They've got serious wheels, and they've got two really good kickers, a left footer and a right footer. So we put a sweeper in, and the sweeper worked on a pendulum. So they sat in the backfield and then swung across
Which,
where
when
the
you are
ball was
down to
going.
6 players, means you've only got 5 in the front line.
Correct.
That slide from the Australian team that last 90 seconds was just exemplary.
Massive effort. Yeah,
Beautiful sticking communication.
And it really nullified the South African attack game, because that's what's really separated them
game
from most of the
plan
other teams.
would be hard
Yeah.
to
Even though you know
execute.
what it's going to be, it's hard to counter.
No,
but they did it.
anyone who loves their sevens, watch that last 90 seconds, the way the Australians defended man down with a sweeper. That was high level. It was beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Well
very,
deserved.
very hard. Like, it's great in theory to understand it, to in practice to execute it in the 13th and 14th minute of a tournament
Well,
final.
you're probably gassed.
Well, they're an effort team.
Yeah.
They rely on effort, a lot of passes to get a try. Fijians, no passes. Australia, 20 passes to get a try. So you got to work really hard and really contrasting styles. And if they stick, it's beautiful. If they don't stick, it unravels.
And can I say for the Australian team as well, there's a lot of, I'm going to say, untraditional pathways to get to our sevens program at the moment. They're doing a great job with their talent ID. I love it. I really love it.
It's actually starting to come together, isn't it? Yeah, so I like the look of it. The men are third in the standings.
Been a while since we've consistently been there.
Yeah, and the women are top. So I did like, in our first round match, the men played the Kenyans, and the name of the week for one of the Kenyans player was great, Safari.
Yes.
Of course he's going to be called Safari.
Who doesn't love
what
a
else?
Safari?
It was brilliant. I've got to say,
Big
the Kenyans
Five
bloody
in
good.
Kenya.
They were great to watch.
Yeah.
So
There's some serious athletes in those Kenyan teams.
Oh, absolutely. You played a game of footy.
Big bodies.
And that was a hell of a game in its own right for the opening round of a pool game. So, yeah. Moving to the Sevens Awards nominees. And they've just been announced.
Whoa.
So there's quite a few categories. There's Women's Sevens Player of the Year. And there's 3 people nominated. 2 of them are an absolute no-brainer. So Maddi Levi and Georgia Miller.
Woo.
And for me, it's those 2 in daylight. And then you got Ariana Ramsey from the States. Men's is a bit harder because there's so many candidates. But Hutch is in there, Henry Hutchison, which I'm so pleased to see because his body of work is outstanding over a long period of time. Tristan Lades from South Africa, fair enough. And Nadavalo from Fiji. I'm like, which Fijian are you going to pick? So interesting 3 there. Women's Sevens rookie, Anai Conny from France, Kennedy Stevens from Canada, and Tana Wilfie from the USA. Then the men's rookie of the year, and this is going to cause some confusion, Harry Wilson. Finlay Lloyd-Gilmore from Great Britain, who I think might get relegated, and Kelly Lasaka from New Zealand. So there's a few other awards too for try scoring, etc. They'll all be presented after Bordeaux is complete. So can you imagine that final round?
And I'm
Bordeaux,
looking forward to seeing Great Britain get relegated.
Not so Great Britain. Is that what you're trying to say,
average
Pearcey?
Britain.
Yeah, average Britain. Median
And is there
Britain.
a match official award? Is there such thing as a Sevens match official award?
They haven't mentioned that, but there might be. So you got top try scorers, the dream teams, etc. So there'll be a few things named. So I reckon that party in Bordeaux after the final round, I wouldn't mind going to that. I reckon that'd be pretty good.
Considering how last week went with the rugby as well, maybe just continue on.
It's all happening there.
The poor council people in Paris after the football. I can't imagine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's just continue on.
But putting my wine hat on, have a final celebration in Bordeaux. Yeah, someone's thought that through quite well. Super.
Do you watch the Chiefs and Blues?
No.
It was a good game of footy. Gus did a great job. The Chiefs blew out. I love their old school jersey. It looked quite cool.
Oh, they went retro, did they?
Yeah, a little bit retro. The sort of the squares a little bit. I think it was mid-90s they had that jersey. It was really cool. They played very well. Great job all around there. Actually quite enjoyed that game. And then the Hurricanes Highlanders was the other game, wasn't it?
Hurricanes Crusaders.
Sorry, Hurricanes Crusaders. Hurricanes had rested quite a few. Crusaders had rested 1 or 2 as well, but the Hurricanes really weren't capable of playing the high quality they wanted. They nearly got there anyway, and it was a really good game of footy. They just missed that little bit of punch on the outside, I reckon.
Oh, Hurricanes got pumped in the end.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the scoreline did not do justice to how close that game actually felt the whole way through.
Yeah. It's interesting though. I mean, at halftime, I felt the Crusaders had it in the bag, and we talked about this on the pod last week. The Hurricanes just look like they're just coming off a little bit,
Yeah.
and
I don't think doesn't matter points wise, right?
Didn't matter.
In the end?
It was a free hit,
right?
Dead rubber
Yeah.
effectively
absolutely.
for both
Yeah.
teams.
But I was affected. Crusaders, it was important just to make sure they buffered into third, because the Aussie teams could have taken that spot,
which they didn't do.
No, clearly. The Kiwi teams are sort of powering into the finals, Blues accepted. The Aussie teams are limping, but the Crusaders had a point to prove. The Hurricanes, their momentum hasn't been great going to the finals.
For me, I think we'll see it's the right play. They've rested up. They'll be fresh. I think the Brumbies have got them this weekend.
They got the Brums.
Yeah, and they'll put 100 on.
Yeah, Brumbies, I don't know what's going on in Canberra, but
everything is not well down there, I don't think.
No.
And they had a regrettable loss against a team Moana had a lot to play for, a bit of pride.
Which was always going to be the case, right? Moana were going to come out swinging. They're most likely last game.
Yeah.
What have they got to lose? So they give it everything.
And the Brumbies were not their normal selves. They were very ill-disciplined. Like, when was the last time Slippy got binned for a professional foul? It was a brain fart from a bloke who's played more games on the field than the rest of the team and the opposition.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, he got a card?
Yeah, he got a card. And who ref that? Was that Geordie? I think it was.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Just like number one, and he went, and just didn't even look at the ref, knew the card was coming. I think he was on his way to the bin before the card was given. Like, why did I do that? That was silly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But symptomatic, right?
Yeah. There's a red card against Moana, yellow, red, from memory.
So the ref for that was, Geordie.
Yeah, it was Geordie. And then we had number 12 for Moana, got yellow carded in the first half and then had a second yellow, which was a really ugly shot as well with no arms. It went up on its own right for a yellow card review as his second yellow. But because of his second yellow, it was also a red.
So save the trouble. Just
and there was no time to the remaining time made no difference. But geez, it looked ugly, and it probably felt ugly on the field for everyone. Yeah, I didn't enjoy watching that game.
No,
and I think the Brumbies will go out in straight sets this weekend.
Is it the final round this weekend?
No, it's the first round of finals this weekend.
First round of finals, yeah.
And they strike a Hurricanes team have been pretty hard to beat. So I really, can I say, I love the Brumbies Indigenous jersey. It was great. Well done.
Yeah. Look, I think the Reds are our only chance if they decide to play for 80 and play smart for 80.
Because Tate was good when he was on, but it was going alone there a fair bit.
Yeah, interesting dynamics too. You got Vern Cotter at the Blues there on the slide, and Vern's coming to Queensland, who should be on the up. So how that will shape next year will be really interesting, because Queensland have got to put it together. They should be the form Australian team,
and they clearly got it there. Like, there's a beautiful left to right phase of play that was it was magic. Carter Gordon with his cannon. Did you see the cannon kick?
Oh,
Candace,
is a cannon kick when it spirals really high up in the air?
No, he hit it on his goal line, and it was picked on the goal line.
Whoa!
I loved the wrap up on Monday night. They were saying, I don't think I could hit that far with a golf club.
And the main camera actually missed it.
Yeah.
It cut in when the ball
the angle, probably.
So I don't even know if they restarted with a try line dropout or a 22 because
who were they playing?
Drua
picked it up in goal and ran it out because it would have been a line dropout, and they got to about the 18-metre line. Carter Gordon made the tackle.
Yeah.
Chased up his kick 100 metres and made the tackle on the kick chase.
Bravo.
And he won the turnover. It was good.
At least Drew have learned from their in-goal decisions. It was that same number 15 player.
I really like what Carter Gordon brings at his best. His passing is next level.
He didn't start there, though. He threw an intercept that got Fiji ahead at the start.
And he did 3 intercepts the previous week as well.
He threw one bad one and 2 should have been picked off. And he was actually...
Yeah.
There was no way that Fijian player wasn't in his eye line. I think he tried to throw the ball through him, like leave a hole in the middle of him like a cartoon.
I think he was indecisive, and they delivered it on a platter.
Yeah.
And
Fiji should not have been in that game, but they were. And if it wasn't for some errant kicking, they would have won that game.
But yeah, Carter's got a magnificent pass when he gets it right, like the speed and the length of it. And he's a big body with good turn of pace around the corner. So he can get outside his man, throw a long ball and create space.
Yeah, there's a lot of Quade Cooper about the way he plays, which I quite like.
Yeah, there is, but a bigger body with more physical presence, and he can tackle.
Yeah, he's good indeed.
He's been tackled, and he can also give back a tackle.
Yeah. Reds are very good in patches, but just they got to. You're right, Rob. They've got to gobble it together for 80 minutes. But the breakdown was a mess.
It was a hot mess, wasn't it?
Mm.
Oh,
is that something in terms of a standard that the match official sets at the beginning versus it's a bit too scrappy towards the end? It was
a bit of a lottery.
You had some players there that, like the Fijian back row, will get away with whatever they can get away with, and so will the Reds. Like Fraser McRae, he'll read a game. He's got a little bit of Richie McCaw about him in that he'll push the boundaries as far as he can.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he pushed it and he got away with it.
It was an odd one, and then I had to laugh in the 81st minute. The Drua had an attacking scrum 5 metres out, and they fed from the tight head side. Like, really? That's a fascinating thing to do.
Mm.
And they got away with it.
Yeah, but what was the rationale behind it? I didn't understand that either.
Well, I don't know if it was a brain fart or whether because they were so narrow, they wanted complete open side. But, I guess with the modern scrum, it's hard to get a tight head as the non-feeding hooker, particularly there where you're expected to push. You're 5 metres out.
And the Red scrum had been dominating quite heavily through the game.
Yeah, so, interesting. I mean, the Drua fluffed their lines at that point, but I mean, we see it a lot in sevens.
Yeah.
They feed the opposite side. It's a tactical thing to open up space.
They can run around into space at speed rather than having to put the brakes on in reverse.
Or suck a 9 into the blind side to create other space.
Yeah.
I get that. But there was a great one in one of the sevens games. The Aussie 9 just went straight down the blind side.
Yes.
Bang. That was a great little dart. I did enjoy that. So
I thought it was an interesting round of Super Rugby. Unfortunately, I think the Super Rugby main season had just petered out a little bit. It didn't feel all that engaging. Finals kick off this weekend. It'll be great. Looking forward to that. We haven't got the appointments yet. I am looking forward to them too.
No, well, as of Sunday night, the refs didn't know. The phone calls hadn't come through. So they should know by now. I imagine we'll get the memo.
It actually didn't end up quite where we thought it was going to end up. So I get that the appointments haven't been locked in yet. So there was still a few movements in who was playing who where. So that's fine. I think they will know by now, and we'll probably find out today or tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, I expect I'll hear.
I think it's great. The Aussie refs are actually all in pretty good form.
Yeah,
the team.
Absolutely.
Gus was great. Maddi Kay was great on touch. A couple of really good calls.
Well, the theory is that they're going to select the pods, not the referees.
Mm-hmm.
So if they select on a pod basis, that probably changes the dynamic a little bit.
Mm.
I've got to say, I think our pods have been really good. I think Bez's pod's been
I agree.
excellent.
I think Louis might get a job through the finals based on what he's been doing. It's been great. Great
100%.
job. So impressive.
Yeah.
And Gussie's pod's really strong as well.
Yep.
I agree.
Agreed.
So I think those are the two strongest pods. I think the Kiwi pods aren't as strong as a whole. So it'd be interesting to see how that dynamic balances out. And you got 4 Kiwi teams, 2 Aussie teams in the final. So the Trans-Tasman arm wrestle, how that plays out will be interesting too. And which criteria they use for selecting.
Can I say I don't think it'll be a problem next week?
No, sadly not, unless the Reds pull a miracle.
Well, the Brumbies might too, but that one would be pretty special if they did. Can't see it happening.
No.
You can see there's some women's.
Yeah, we kick off
the
men's finals this weekend, but we kick off the Super Rugby Women this weekend.
Yeah.
Woo!
It'll be great.
Get excited.
Yeah. I'm excited
Absolutely.
for that.
So that kicks off at
Yay,
Leichhardt Oval
for the women.
On Saturday. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Waratahs against the Drua and the Reds against the Brums.
And my friend Charlotte's got a gig ARing. That's awesome for her.
Yay.
Yeah, saw that.
Congrats.
I don't know who else is in the.
And I haven't seen any others.
Squad.
I saw the Newcastle referees promoting.
Yeah, same.
Charlotte's got a gig there, which is great for her. Great work. She's put in a heap of work this year, like the last couple of years. It's great reward for effort.
So I think that gives an expectation on who we'll see appointed, which is a really good sign. I like the thinking around that. I think that's smart. So we'll get our up and coming referees appointed to that. Our picky starts the weekend after. Super level women's rugby. It's on.
Oh, yeah.
The Our Picky season's twice as long as ours.
Okay, Australia. Let's take a look.
Oh, no. like baby steps. But we've been taking baby steps for way too long.
We all know we can do better there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll
do
see
better.
maybe more of Chloe or Maggie as well with the New Zealand.
Well, I don't know because.
Or is there some new faces coming through that we might
I think
need to know
Maggie
more
and
of?
Chloe are so well established, but the thing is, will they get games elsewhere? Once the sevens are over and once Super is over, what do you do with them? What's the better
And I
development
presume the
opportunity?
NPC will be loading up soon too over in New Zealand. So,
Well, not for a while.
yeah,
so
it's about 4 weeks away, I think, from memory.
it's longer, I think, Pearcey. It's sort of August, I think.
Yeah.
You got that gap. So what do you do with them? Do you put them on Super Rugby W, or do you put them on? No, like I think if Ella's here, she's probably going to be doing shoot.
Yeah, but New Zealand don't
example?
have that domestic comp. The clubland's a significant step down.
It's shaped differently, right? So yeah, I'm not quite sure how to create a development pathway for them. So yeah,
I think they'll end up there.
Yeah, quite possibly. And look, we might send some of our girls over to our picky as well, possibly.
Exchange.
I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah.
Love it.
And look, I did some seasons in NPC. That is such good fun going over to New Zealand and doing.
Oh, it's good footy, isn't it? It's pure. It's got a certain purity to it, which I really like.
Candace, you watched some UK Prem?
Yeah, UK Prem. So we had Northampton versus Gloucester.
As the Australians say, Gloucester. Gloucester.
This was a really interesting one. There was a scrum. And so what happened was the scrum, like the ball's gone out, it's finished. One of the front rowers just kept on holding on to the player, so he couldn't get back on side. But then when a pass happened, he was directly in the way. So I think I quite liked how they dealt with that. And then that player went off for a yellow card for holding and grabbing that player, not being able to get on side.
It seems to be a trend in the UK footy at the moment. There's just a lot of after play chest pumping.
Yeah.
Can we call it pillock play?
I was going to say the pillock effect.
We're celebrating the pillock effect.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is, I think, from like an AR point of view, from someone who's learning to get better and better at ARing, really look at that after phase when the ball goes, even at the scrum. Sometimes you think, oh yeah, the scrum's finished, ball's out. No.
Trailing AR. That's one of your jobs.
Yes. Exactly.
Can I say though, the players, why did we have to do that? It's not the footy I came to watch. Just shut up and get on with it.
Get on with it.
And Candace, to your point, it might not be worth reporting live because it's minor, but it paints a picture. So that's the sort of thing in downtime you say to your ref if you've got comms. Look, last couple of scrums, the open side flankers held the prop back. It's not worth a penalty, but might be worth a chat. Yeah, something like that.
I'm a bit different at that level, Rob, but we used to do that. And I know it's great at clubland at that Premier level. As a referee, you don't have bandwidth to hold any data for that stuff. I think if it warrants a penalty, it warrants a penalty. If it warrants a chat, then it probably warrants a penalty.
Yeah, this one was Matthew Carley.
Yeah, I don't think the match official in the centre has the bandwidth to be able to do those off-the-ball things as well most of the time. I mean, if there's an injury stoppage, for sure, as an AR, if you can manage it, if there's an opportunity, there are some players that don't come near the sideline to do that. And you don't have time to keep a journal on number sixes. I've seen number 6 and 3 after the play push and shoves, because with Northampton, it's 8 or 9 of them.
Oh, yeah. There's a bit of a punch-up sometimes as well with those types of games.
Yeah.
There was a knock forward. It went off a Gloucester player, and then it was picked up by Northampton players. So that one I found quite interesting. They just let it play on, but it was actually accidental offside. And that was from a kickoff. So yeah, that was a scrum. I thought it was interesting to see that in live play. Oh, yeah. So with the final sort of score being 36-32 for Northampton, but yeah, the conversion was disallowed. They ran out of time. So I just think that's just,
Too
they
much
need to do
preening
better.
from the kicker?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a stupidity tax. I mean, you got a shot clock and a referee
With such
telling
a
you the
close
time.
match, I feel as though, yeah,
I'm going to have to
teams need
Google
be more switched on with that.
the contact from Genge on Carl Dixon.
But yeah, they call him, was it the baby rhino?
He got him.
I'll have to have a look at that.
He did a little he did a little backflip, sort of like rollover. So
Yeah, full
62
360.
minutes in,
Yeah, WWE
I thought it was a
move.
really good game for Carl, considering he had the Championship Cup the week before. So then having, the Prem grades.
And he's refereeing well.
Yeah, very good.
But yeah, the look from Genge when he ran into Carl, I was like, what are you doing there? Get out of the way. I want to run through here. It's like,
I feel like
no, it's not how it
Carl's
works,
pretty
Ellis.
strong as well. He goes to the gym, so he took it well. True.
Yes. Yes, he does like a flex.
Because the player, the Gens didn't say to him, get out of the way, you stupid C, like I got.
Like what you got.
Yes. Well, it's funny you should say that, Pearcey. I had a player push me last week,
How dare they?
and it was the captain, and from behind, so I didn't see the nature of it, but I knew who it was. So I gave him the benefit of the doubt, but I said to him on the run, don't do that
Yeah,
again.
no benefit, no doubt.
And then after the game, I took him aside and said,
Yeah.
it's not how you do it. Other referees would send you off for that. I didn't, but you cannot do that.
I got a bro handshake hug after the game from him. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, nice. Nice.
Got a cuddle, big sweaty cuddle between the two of us. Really gross. Hopefully I passed on my upset tummy to him. That'd be great.
Ooh. I don't
Lovely.
even want to think about that.
Can I be indulged for a minute on the role of a mod, a match official developer? Bit close to my heart. A
Absolutely.
bit dear to my heart.
Yeah.
I see a lot of mods in my travels. I see some great ones, and I think we need more mods. And it's not an easy thing to do to be a functional mod. There's no glory. You can't aspire to be a mod for Australia at the Olympics. It's not a thing. Like, it's not what we're doing it for. Some of the most enjoyable modding things for me are on a Saturday morning at junior footy, watching some schools games and seeing a very, very green, pardon the pun because they're wearing green,
Yep.
very green referee who's doing their first game or two, and they come to you for feedback. What did I get right? What did I get wrong? And the answer to that question is, you turned up. You got it right. Thank you for giving up your time. And I am not going to rip shreds off how you refereed. I'm going to do my utmost to make sure that you as a new referee feel supported and want to come back next week. My goal
Nailed it,
as
Pearcey.
a mod is that the referee walks away every day, just like it is as a referee for me, saying, how good is rugby? I want to be involved next week as well. And that's it. Mods, if you have an athlete that you are coaching who walks away and is questioning why they're involved in rugby or, God forbid, is in tears, you have not done your job. It is not about you. It's not an opportunity to look smart and find faults in it, to show how smart you are and how clearly you understand the law book. It's not about that. Support your athlete. That is your job. Make sure they come back next week. Rant done.
A great rant, Pearcey. Great rant.
Anything to add, guys?
No, you've absolutely nailed it. You want them to be excited about what they're doing next.
I've been a bit upset by one of my very close friends got upset with the mod, and it's just not okay.
No.
I think it's,
No.
understanding the athlete is a good one.
Yeah.
Being able to have a chat with them where they're at and, understanding, like, what do they want out of it? Ask those open questions, let them talk as well. I think I learned that early on being a mod where you have maybe some younger people that might not talk too much, like you're talking like 15, 16-year-olds, and trying to get better at them talking and see how they can reflect and feel after their game. Because,
I agree, Candace. Reflect on it and reflect on the fact that there's parts of the game that were hard. There's parts of the game that you probably didn't get right. But overall, did you enjoy it? And if they've got away thinking, you know what, I wasn't perfect, but I enjoyed it. Job done.
Yeah.
Job done. And I think as a mod, your measure of success is actually really hard to measure success.
yeah.
But I look
isn't
at
it?
some of the referees
Yeah.
who I have spoken with over the years. I know I'm a terrible week in, week out mod. I think I'm an energy mod. I bring a bit of energy and positivity. And I love the fact that a lot of the referees whose careers I have touched early are still doing it decades onwards.
But you don't focus on the technical, Pearcey.
No.
That's not your thing.
Never have. And I don't think referees should, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I focus on trying to show them this is a thing. Like I'm 33 years into my refereeing. That's what we want. 33-year careers. How good's that for the game?
Mhm.
Absolutely.
And it
Giving
can
back to
take
the
you
community.
far as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
And all
You
the
go to
stuff that you
Molong.
did last year
You can go to Molong. You can go to Orange in the snow.
with the Lions, trying to find some other positive things.
Yeah, it's a timing game thing. It really is. Like refereeing's a timing game.
Yeah, well, and that's one of the reasons we lose so many young referees because we don't
poor modding
nurture.
experience.
Yeah, we've got to help them.
No,
So
I look as a mod. I think it's really important that you revisit your functional goals in this game. It's a hard thing to give of yourself with no expectation. Like hats off, it is a thankless task. Candace, you and I had our good friend
Well,
Pat on the weekend,
Yes.
strutting up and down the sideline with his folder. And he dropped his folder after he modded for you, and he ran touch for me because he thought the previous game was hot. Pat should not be running. His wife will be furious at me. But he just
It
loves
was really
being involved
funny.
in the game.
Someone was telling people at the sideline were like telling him off about maybe how slow he was running.
I don't know whether you
Pat
know who
was
that
like,
was.
Do you want to take the flag?
So,
no, I don't want to take the flag.
We had a friend of the pod, Dale Harding, on the sideline. Dale injured himself last week. Dale will be known to quite a few Sydney refs too. He did a few years travelling down and back to Sydney refereeing when I was doing it. Great, one of the all-time great fellas, but he's injured at the moment. So he came to watch our game, and he was with Rod McTaggart as well, who's a long-time referee supporter. Rod's now walking with, I think, 2 walking sticks, and Rod was offering his walking sticks to Pat.
I get it.
That was all in jest, Candace, but it was quite vocal. He was up me too, which was great fun. As a referee, that's what support looks like. Sideline abuse.
Well, it's also literal support.
Yeah. No, I love it. Any referee that's feeling like their mod has not supported them, please reach out to us. There's lots of good coaches around who will happily pump your tires back up, which that's our job. So, yeah.
And we're all mods as well, all 3 of us. So,
yeah. Remember the ref from the women's game? We were...
Yeah, Dean.
That was really good. There's a new referee from a women's game.
He's coming into the tent, Rob.
Yeah, he's a front rower, played for a long time. Anyway, he came up to us and he's like, I really want to develop. I've been doing this, this, and this. I'm like, I love it.
Mate, welcome to the team. Welcome to the cool club.
Yeah.
Awesome. Does he listen to the pod?
We did a terrible job. We should have promoted that, Candace.
We didn't really
promote it very well, did we?
I'll reach out to him and we'll get him listening by the end of the week.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And he gets a shout out.
Yeah.
So the first one he listens to, he's in there.
He did a great job. And Candace, we were really impressed with the short socks. We want to bring back short socks.
Yes.
Get those calves on display.
Get the calves
Everyone
out.
needs to
Hey, that's my
tuck
area.
in the shirt.
Get those calves off for me. Fully grown cows.
Okay, Stat Central. All right,
Woo.
we've got 2 numbers for Stat Central. 8 since 2. It is 8 years since the Aussie Sevens team did the double.
Yes.
And the last one was Sydney 2018. I was there. I was so excited. I walked home from the Sydney Football Stadium.
That's a fair walk.
It was such a buzz. I just wanted to soak in the
Sydney.
moment. Oh, I did.
Say hello to all the ibises.
Yeah, bun chickens.
I buy.
New Zealand
I buy
call
the
them.
plural.
I buy. Yeah. They tagged one the other day. Well, they read one that had been tagged. It was 22 years old and had been tagged as an adult.
Yeah.
They live a while.
Like cockroaches. But hard to kill.
I digress. So, 2018, there are a couple of players from at least one of those teams that are still playing. So they'll have good memories of that, and they're going to have really good memories of Valladolid. So that was awesome. 8 since 2. And the other Stat Central is 1. The total number of conversions in sevens taken by Maddi Levi successfully. She has kicked a conversion. That was her first one ever, and probably won't kick one for a while, sadly.
Is that because she ran too far and the others couldn't get there in time to take the kick? No, Maddi, you take it. I can't get there.
The Millennium Falcon went to warp speed and there was no one else around. So, yeah, she just went... So,
Newcastle run in 8 parsniks.
We can make it. We can make it.
Which is not a measure of time, by the way.
So, yes, they're Stat Central. No appointments as yet because I'm sure they're busy in the war room. I am actually just
checking emails, but no, they're not there yet.
No, I haven't seen any either. So, might be a little bit early. We do record in the wee hours of the morning.
Let's do golden whistle.
Yeah.
Golden whistle, all right.
There was 2. I didn't know whether or not you guys heard about that Japanese referee, if that's true or false about it being his last game.
Well, he refereed on the weekend. He had the Wild Knights game in the semi-final, which the Wild Knights lost by 2. He's a former player.
Mm-hmm.
So Namekawa Takehito.
Golden whistle.
We can have 2.
Yes.
Precious definitely deserves a golden whistle. Sports
Absolutely.
Official of the Year.
In Zimbabwe. She's from Zimbabwe, I do believe. So I think that's a great accolade. Yeah.
Yeah. So
you want to read it out, Candace? Go for it.
Yeah, her professionalism, dedication, and contribution to the growth of rugby to continue and inspire the game.
Yeah, I'm jealous of that. I've never been accused of professionalism.
But no, it's really exciting for her. She was an assistant referee at the World Cup.
Yeah,
and I
she
just
was.
can't wait to
Fun.
see her developing more and more coming into,
Beautiful.
next few years.
2 well-deserving
Beautiful.
golden whistles.
Yep, absolutely. Takehito-san and Precious, well done. Congratulations.
Woo!
I don't know what the RGM jersey is. Tell me what that is. Oh,
This one.
your
retro
RGM.
guys.
Your
Yes,
RGM.
I'm RGM. So,
Ah.
so I'm wearing the Waratahs jersey because sadly my Waratahs men's team season is over. But this jersey, and I'll go up, it is
HSBC.
signed.
Oh, it's
it's
signed by a lot of people.
signed.
There's Adam Ashley Cooper in the middle.
Well, there's a story. There's always a story. So there was a trivia night or trivia. There was a season launch. There was a trivia quiz. So it was me and my
Did
two.
you run it or did you were you
No,
first
I
in
was a
place?
contestant. So
Oh,
me and the
no.
boys. My then, let me see, how old were they? 9 and 12-year-old up against the Tars team. Fair to say we won the trivia.
Did you post a
And-
photo of the boys with Kirtley?
I did.
Because that's
did.
young Kirtley.
That's why I posted it.
Yeah.
That's 2008. So
Yeah,
that's
wow.
his second season, I
He
think.
didn't play Super Rugby 2007. He played the provincial tournament and what was it called? Rugby Shield.
Oh, yeah, in Australian
Rugby
ARC.
Championship, which I refed his first game at Parramatta Stadium.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he didn't play Super Rugby. He came straight out of school. So 08 would have been his first Super Rugby season.
Correct. Correct. And that was one of the early games.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's...
Because he had the David Beckham haircut going on.
And he looked about 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
He looked just barely older than the two kids that were idolising
3 months
him.
after pulling on his first Wallaby jersey, he pulled on his first Waratahs jersey.
Which happened to be my two sons. So
awesome.
It was a lovely day. I still remember that day quite well. Back at the MA Noble stand at the SCG. So, yes, the young Kirtley. Yes, we had a trivia quiz. It was us against the players. Russell Fairfax was the MC. We won and won well and had a great time. And that was the start of the 2014 season.
Awesome.
So this jersey...
retro, everyone. Very good.
But that was the year, Candace, the Waratahs won the title. So this jersey has
and they don't win
all
many,
sorts
Candace.
of special about it.
Don't wash it.
Well, actually, I have washed it and it holds up all right, but it does get delicate
well done.
wash. Delicate wash.
Delicate.
Yeah.
And delicate wash. Wash inside out with similar colors.
Guys,
Alrighty,
that was a
guys.
good pod. Candace, you were great. And I thoroughly enjoyed watching you ref on the weekend. That was so cool.
I'm so pleased to hear you back into it, Candace. I'm looking forward to seeing you on the whistle in our hood, and hopefully we can get a pod in Sydney sometime.
I aspire to be as calm as you on the field one day.
Well, then everyone will be checking your pulse, Pearcey.
Yeah. Rob, you were pretty good today. Some good stuff. I've still got a lot of work to do, but that's okay. I'm here for the long haul.
I think if we change your beanie, it might improve.
Oh, how
Pearcey.
good are the Maggies? They did lose on the weekend, but I was proud of them nonetheless.
Well, thank you all for listening, and you can find us on YouTube as well, and give us a follow on Instagram. We have some funny reels that we like to post each week. So thank you so much, and see you later.
Jouet.